Hello, welcome to Tarot by Sherry. I'm Sherry, and this is Monday, February 17th. And what I'm going to do today is what can we expect for the upcoming week for politically for the United States. I just kind of I want to start doing these readings on Mondays to kind of let us know what can we expect. And then as we go through the week, we can always come back and reference this video to see, what it's looking like. What I say about tarot is it's like giving us a blurry snapshot. And as we get closer to events, as that picture, as we go forward, that picture starts to become a little bit more in focus for what it is that we're looking at. So this is going to be just kind of we're going to start with just a base reading, general. What is it that we need to know? I'm fairly certain something will more than likely happen this week. The way things have been going for the past, has it been a month yet? I don't even think it's almost been a month. So with no further ado, let's get into what can we expect in the upcoming week for the United States, February 17th, 2025. I'm going to turn the camera down here so that you can see. Okay. So, what can we expect? Just a nice general reading, and then we'll kind of go from there. And specifically, we all want to know, what is it that Musk is going to do? The Musk-Trump administration. What is this going to look like? General reading. What do we need to know about the upcoming week? Okay, upcoming week. Ace of Wands, I see and what I do is I'm just going to put out put out the cards, say a few words, and then we'll go back and look at the big picture. But the Ace of Wands, this is messages. It can also be, like somebody literally with a club. So let's see what all's going on with that. The Magician, this is using every means possible to get what they want. There's Musk again. If you've looked at some of my other readings, you know that I always see this as Musk. So we're going to have some Musk news this week. The foundation of this is the Three of Swords, cruelty. That's all that is. Heartache and cruelty. Everything they're doing is to just be as cruel as possible. Recent influences, the Knight of Cups. That's interesting. And the Queen of Pentacles, moving forward. Okay, so overall, what I'm seeing here, especially with this Three of Swords, this is the foundation of this reading. We're just going to see kind of more of the same, more cruelty, more manipulation, more, dismantling of our government. I know that, we've got the news that he's either has accessed or he's trying to access the IRS data. So, I keep seeing reports going back and forth on that, so I'm not quite sure where that is. But expect more of the same that he's been doing. And the messages, the bully club here. He's being very manipulative with this. The Magician. I just want you guys to be able to see these cards. The Magician. This is a card of having everything you need. The richest man in the world has everything he needs, and he's manipulating. He's being cruel, he's manipulating. And so if you look at this, and then you add to that, let me pick up that one. That's him. He's looking straight at us, and he's getting away with it, and he knows it. At least that's where he is right now with what he's doing. So let's see. Also with this, I think this is going to be more messaging also of just what he's been up to, what he's doing. We get new messages. We find out more this week. Let's see, and that was crossing that, and that's down here. The Knight of Cups. I just kind of want to take a second to look at this. Knights are usher in changes, and this is a card, changes of, with changes in our emotions, changes in, I'm kind of wondering if this isn't more, this is like the well-being. Changes in our well-being, changes around, it could be health, it could be, we know that, Trump took over the Kennedy Center, it could be emotions, it could be the arts. I'm really feeling like this is more about like a lifeline, that cups and the lifeline, and the Queen of Pentacles. Here's our country. And, you know, this is a card of, I'm kind of wondering if this isn't Trump, because, you know, you definitely have Musk that's in charge of things. And then you have Trump here, who he's looking away. He's not even looking at what Musk is doing. He's not looking. He's occupied elsewhere. And that kind of goes with this Knight of Cups. You know, and I often say, you know, all these little executive orders that he's signing, it's kind of like Musk is letting him, you know, go color at the children's table. I mean, it's a pretty horrendous children's table, and all the executive orders are horrendous. And some of these, I'm kind of wondering if, you know, people realize these executive orders that he's signing, they have to actually uphold the law. And there's really nothing, I mean, he's really testing our Constitution. So it's like Trump is off here looking at something else, something, you know, hey, go over here and be happy, you know, doing whatever, you know, you're doing, distraction, providing cover for Musk. But really the heart of this reading is just more of the same about what Musk is doing. And I'm really curious about what this message is. Let's kind of, what is this message? What is it that we're going to be hearing about this week? Because this is, I'm getting like, it's something new. It's something, the size of that club is really standing out to me. So it's like big news. So let's see, what news are we going to hear this week as it relates to Musk? And that is something that's hidden, but we're starting to see the cracks on that. We're starting to see what it is that what he's doing. Because I mean, we're all looking at this going, there's something more, and I think we're going to start finding out that something more. You know, like we're like, why is he closing all these agencies? Well, these agencies had investigations into him. And so that it's that kind of feeling I'm getting. It's like there's something more to it than that. And this is starting to uncover that which is within. And the Knight of Wands. This is, people definitely know. There's people in the circle that knows what he's doing. This is a card of Five of Swords. If you've seen previous videos, you know I see this as winning at all costs. This is not a strong winning card. Okay, this is a card of, actually, this person here is not in the strongest position. They can barely hold on to what they have. And here you have the people here not even paying, not even looking. They're over here, and I always like to say that this is the resistance. Here we are over here planning our next step, because we know that he cannot sustain this. This is not a sustainable winning card. So that's a good one to have right there. And that's what's coming in. So this could be some of the courts stepping in. Swords definitely can be that. The base of this is the Tower card. You saw me shuffle. I'm not making this up. This is the House of Cards that it falls. And and with that Hermit card, we're going to start seeing those cracks. Look here at the lightning. I like some decks, it shows actually the light coming out. And so this is the House of Cards falling. This is the foundation. A house of cards falling apart is not exactly the strongest foundation that you would like to be in. Like if I was doing this reading for somebody and they were asking about a situation, I'd be like, the situation you're in is not good. It's getting ready to really just blow apart. This is kind of the shit hitting the fan card. And that's our foundation for whatever this news is that comes forth. And it has to do with money. It has to do with how is he distributing the money? It's not his money to distribute, first of all. And so we get, and here with the scales, the balance here, that's also, those scales are also in the Justice card. And so I'm kind of wondering if this isn't going to be messages about the courts stepping in. I would like to see some stronger court cards if that's what that means. But it's definitely going to be around money, and we're going to start seeing more of what it is that he is doing with the United States money as he's, unconstitutionally dismantling these institutions. And then our outcome for this is the Ten of Cups. This is a card of, they're just they're happy with their outcome. They think that this is going to be, I mean, they think they're not going to get caught. So the card right above that, I'm going to go ahead and put these down. Hopefully you can see these okay down here, because I can read them a little bit easier down here looking at the whole picture. So this tells me that the foundation of this is the Tower card. It all falls apart. We're starting to see that. Also, I like to always make note of where are our major arcana cards. Those major arcana cards, that's going to tell us like this is the main theme. Okay, and so our theme this week is seeing the cracks in what's happening. We get messages about that. It's starting to, I mean, the foundation of this is a house of cards that's getting ready to fall apart. He thinks he's won, but it's not a strong victory. There are definitely cards in the decks that are stronger victory cards than this, and it's around the money. And I as I said, that scale is what really stands out to me, that justice scale, keeping things in balance. So are we going to hear something from the courts? Let's just, I didn't get any strong court cards here, so let's just ask. And this Tower card could just mean it just is coming from all directions. I know there's big protests planned today. If you're at one, you know, stay safe. And, you know, it could be that. It could be the courts. It could be, I mean, it's just so many things, so many ways that this is going to come crashing down around them. So let's just see, are we going to hear some court? Are the judges going to be stepping in this week? Okay, and with the courts, the courts are being very methodical. Knights of Pentacles changes, but Pentacles is that it's just security, stability. It's those things, tangible things in life. So definitely changes. Knights, Pentacles, taking their time. And the Hanged Man, once again, taking, you know, they're not just going to be making emotional rash decisions, even though the rest of us are kind of like, you know, the house is on fire, can the fire department please show up anytime? And they're making sure that the opinions and that they make and that the rulings they make are ironclad. They don't want any wiggle room of getting out of this. The Wheel of Fortune, I want to put some more cards out before we kind of determine what this is. It's typically just a card of moving forward. And the Star card is our base here, the foundation. I was asking about the courts. Restrictions. They are going to be placing restrictions around him. And the Four Swords. They're going to stop him. Okay? So, I don't know. I'm not seeing that this is going to be... If we get any court judgments this week, it's not the end of it. Okay, and we know that. They'll appeal and it'll go all the way up to the Supreme Court. I know he's got one case that he's just asked to bypass all the courts and go straight to the Supreme Court. I don't see that being this case. I mean, if they do take it, it's going to probably... I just don't see it being that. I think the other court cases that we have, they're taking their time. They're being methodical. This is a card of the foundation, staying within the letter of the law, our hopes and wishes. And so we want there to be some restrictions placed. And this Four of Swords is it's one of laying in rest. This is the knight that has fallen in battle. I'm sure Musk thinks that he's taken on some, you know, righteous cause, which is just to better himself. And this is a card of being stopped. Now, I'm a little leery of saying he's going to be stopped. There's going to be judgments restricting him. Let's put it that way. And that he's probably going to try, I mean, he's going to work around this. You know, is he going to do what the courts tell him to do? He hasn't so far. He's been defying the court orders so far. So, yeah, that I don't want to do any. Let's wait and see what happens before we do any further readings on what happens after the courts come out. And so far, there's just been temporary injunctions. There hasn't been really hearings. So let's wait and see what happens through hearings to see just how strong the courts are coming out. with this. So what I'm seeing, just to kind of recap here of what I'm seeing for this week, expect some bigger news coming up. That was down here. They're way down here. Yeah, expect some bigger news, but they're not really putting themselves in a real strong position of power. We're going to start seeing the cracks in the wall. The courts are going to start, and as I said, I feel like this is coming from a lot of different directions. As more is reported, there's going to be even more people outraged over this. The courts are going to step in. I'm not seeing any major court decisions this week. There may be some, like they're moving forward. This is like moving forward through the kind of through the system, and whereas we want things to happen so much faster, the courts just aren't going to work fast. But they are, they are working. And Musk thinks that he has temporarily won, but it's not sustainable. That tower card is telling me that it's not sustainable. So that's a nice outlook to have in regards to this. So we will keep track and see what happens this week. And let me move this up. Okay. So thank you for joining me. If you like this video, make sure you comment and let me know. Like, subscribe, follow, and every day I'm going to be posting like a daily reading, just a daily general reading. I'll be posting, taking deeper looks into the United States political scene, and I will be doing things like this where it's like, okay, what can we expect for the upcoming week? And we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. So thanks for joining me. And as I said, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks.